don't understand.
I don't understand. I'm trying to understand. So what's your age?
I'm 58.
Ha ha ha.
I'm 58 now. Since it's more like we have a conversation.
What conversation did we have?
Same age.
So
And
you
then-
said same age, right?
Wait, hold on.
Which-
Hold on, let me finish.
Yo, you guys, I have never seen a more beating around the bush conversation than this one before. Topher kept beating around the bush, saying so many things, yet saying nothing. And Anita was just frustrated because you guys, I told you earlier on that there was an issue around Topher's age and Anita, right? So this night they had a conversation, and this conversation went on for more than 20 minutes or close to 30, more than 20 minutes, and the main thing was still not said. And I think this was coming from a place of fear. We're going to get into that. We're also going to talk about the Onyeka and OZEE situation. We're going to talk about the WAGER and everything. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please do want to post notifications so that you can get notified each time I post a brand new video. And do not forget to give this video a thumbs up. So this is literally a midnight stream because it's 12:26. But the reason I'm even coming now is because after the Awija presentation, I saw that Anita and Tofa wanted to have a conversation, and I knew that was something that we spoke about in my other video, and I needed to give like a follow up, a follow up on that. So that's why I'm making this video now. People that are not awake right now can watch the replay later. Yeah. Okay. So I believe the sound is fine because I'm already seeing some comments. I believe sound check, everything is fine. So let's just talk about this Tofa and Anita's own, because I don't even know what the issue was and why it was dragging on for so long. I do know a bit, yeah. I do know because Tofa was scared. So, if you don't know the gist was that Tofa did not tell Anita his real age. He made her believe that they are age mates. So she has been operating on the mindset that we are age mates. And then today, something happened by the table. There was a conversation around like her relationship and everything, just normal gist that they usually have by the dining. And then she now made a statement about like she has never dated, or she doesn't date people that are younger than her, that she usually goes for people that are older than her, that the least that she can do is someone that is her age mate, right? And then Sean was now like cap, like more like she's lying. And then she's surprised, like, what do you mean that I'm lying? Like, what do you mean by cap? And then he kept on like saying cap, cap. So that made Anita now wonder, like, okay, is there something that I do not know about? Is there something that is not being said? And then there was now the whole elephant in the air. Then yesterday too, when they were doing their speed dating, there was this whole talk around where you guys watched the speed dating video that I made. So they had conversations with different housemates. The conversation about her age also came up, and then that's when Chizoba and Ben, they were discussing it in bed, just saying that Anita is now aware of Tofa's age. So today is where everything was like cleared out. So that is what now brought up the conversation. So today, after everything happened now, Tofa and Suj, they were just discussing it, and Suj was just saying that he needs to clear the air before everything just blows out of proportion. And then Suj now went downstairs to call Anita for him, right? So that they could have the conversation. When he went downstairs, Anita was already having a conversation with Ben, and Ben revealed it to her. So at this point, she she was already aware of what was happening even before she went to meet Tufa, which made it all crazy.
If I had known from the beginning, I think things would have been different, definitely. I'm not with anybody younger than me, John. I've told you, I've met people with my age mates before.
Yeah. So it was at this point that Anita got to find out what the situation was. So when Suji now came to call her to, go ask her to father he wanted to see her, she was like, okay. At first she was like, she has to now crawl because we brother gave them a punishment. So she was just thinking about how she would crawl. Punishment is that you must use you must walk on like four legs. So your hand and your leg. So she's like, how will she crawl upstairs? Funny enough, she still ended up like crawling to go and meet him upstairs. I was like, oh, love of one tinty. So someone is saying Yeah, it was really 6 likes. Yeah, guys, like this is a midnight stream, so I feel like this is a more personal thing. Like if you're on the live stream, meaning that we are both awake by this time of the night. So please do well to like the video, right? Um, hmm. They did do you guys what? It was more like a perk, sha, but we're going to get to that later on, right? So yeah, um for the Topher and Anita's thing. So when Topher now, Anita went to meet him in the room, they discussed some other things, but the main conversation was around this age thing, and this is what I want to really talk about. So he was now beating around the bush to the extent that's when this whole thing now came out. This particular part, I had to capture it because that was the thing that was on my head. Like, okay. You're saying this before you know, you say it's more like you say like 20 times and he will not still arrive at the point. So she now had to like take it upon herself to ask him, what is your age? Because if I'm saying that I don't date people younger than me, it should not bother you since you told me that we are age mates. We've had a conversation and it's like we are age mates. So what is your age? He now said he's 50, 58. And what did he say? It was so frustrating.
I don't understand.
I don't understand. I'm trying to understand. So, what's your age?
I'm 58.
Ha ha ha.
I'm 58 now. Since it's more like we have a conversation.
What conversation did we have?
Same age.
So,
And
you
then-
said same age, right?
Wait, hold on.
Which-
Hold on, let me finish.
Like she was literally frustrated. At first, she was being calm and everything. So at some point, she had to like, what are you saying? What is it? What's the problem? She had to just change it for him so that he'll come out straight and say it because it now felt like he was even blaming her because he kind of tried to turn the tables. I think it was just a thing of him being scared. Sha. I did understand his fear of like, I really like this person and I feel like this information is going to like break us and I don't know how to pass it on. But then he was not now going about it the right way. I did understand his fear, but he was not going about it the right way. He was now bringing up scenarios like, okay, he was making it seem like the issue is that Anita keeps talking about it. Anita keeps talking about it, and it's not right for her to do. And she's like, if we said we are age mates and this is the conversation I'm having, what is the issue? And then at this point, he was now saying that he now brought up an example. He was now using an example instead of him to say the main thing. He was now using a different example, a different analogy. So he now said, imagine that he tells people that he only dates ladies that are like 6'3", their height is like 6'3" and above, right? That is taller girls because Anita is 6'3", around 6'3" or so. So he was now saying that imagine if he's telling people that he only dates girls that are taller, and now that they are together, he's still going around telling people that I only date girls that are taller. But you know, this situation, I'm just here. It now feels like he's settled. So how will she feel? You know, and then she was still trying to question where it was coming from. So he was just using that analogy instead of going straight to the point to make her understand where he was coming from. And the analogy that he was trying to explain was like what why he used the analogy was that he said that if that question is being asked, that he expects that she will be more like telling people why she likes the person instead of focusing on the age. Almost like age is like the only thing or the number one thing for her, and every other thing doesn't matter. So that made him feel some type of way. So let me just play that part.
Anything less than 6'3", I definitely can't. And I get involved or I get caught up with somebody that is like 6'3". When people ask about this person, it's always more of my biggest fear is I normally go for people higher than 6'3".
So this was the whole analogy thing. After some time, Kayode himself was tired. We were tired, even though I wanted to watch everything and really understand where it would end up. But then Kayode took the camera away and stayed for like around like 20 minutes. Went back, they were still talking, but this time it seemed like he had already reviewed everything to her and they were just like on a reconciliation type thing. And at the time the camera went in, she was reaching out for a hug. That's when I was like, Kayode, it's like you will crumble. Oh. Like you crumble because I don't understand why you took us out and then we're coming back to see them hugging. How do we know how it was resolved now?
You have to come closer because you're already out.
So upstairs.
So I guess that did not break them. Or like I said, at this point, we don't even know if he told her the real age. What if he still lied? Because Kayode took the camera away, right? But I know that they did like a hug and they reconciled, and then he was just telling her like, maybe next time if he's telling her things, if he's telling her things, she should just not like come. She should not come from the point of attacking him. So he was really scared actually, and in a way, it was kind of cute. Like, oh, look, more like it was obvious that this person, I don't want to lose this person. That's why I'm acting like this, right? But yeah, they hugged it out, and I believe like everything is fine. Honestly, Kylie is messing with us. Honestly, because when he took us out, they were showing housemates that were serving punishment. People that punished them to like pick beans, count beans, and then the other people were sleeping, the other people were cooking. I'm like, okay, Kayode, what are you showing us here? There's nothing you're showing us here. Just take us to where something is happening. Let's understand this conversation till the end. But he's saying no. It's fine and good, Sha. Um, Topher should be around maybe 6'2". I think she's taller than him just a little bit. Just a little bit. Mazi Ochendu. So while everything was going on, we had these people giving massage. Sue was giving Nelly a massage in the room. I'm like, okay, now let's bring up the kissing video. The Onyeka and the Onyeka and the Onyeka and Ozzy's kissing video. So it's basically a peck, right? Like I said at the beginning or so, it's basically a peck. But then it just got me thinking like, what is at play here? What is really at play here? It's getting very dicey and very tricky. Let me just play it. I saw the video on Instagram. I actually didn't watch it. I saw it on Instagram.
His own is once anything happens. What is this? His own is don't come and exaggerate something.
Are you people helping me to see? Are you people helping me to see what's going on in this big brother's house? No lose guard. It's like they are lose guard. Okay. So that happened. Victoria was sewing. I don't think she saw them, but she was just sewing. So maybe some people call it a friendly peck, but they say it's from clap. They used to enter dance. So yeah, lip to lip for people that say bestie. In fact, I'm just going to leave it at that. Moving on, let's talk about their amazing wager presentation. I was I was so impressed. First of all, the mimicking part was so funny. So the housemates had to mimic each other. This was Mickey mimicking Onyeka. And I just said, let me put together some interesting ones or some hilarious ones.
Let me give it. I see some people trying to fix my smell, but this smell is not for eating.
Oh yeah, this Suits one is so hilarious. He was imitating Zion, and his walking step, his dance step, everything was just so accurate. People even commended him for it later on. Ozzy was imitating Suge, and the walking step, him holding his stuff on his hand, his microphone in his hand, was very accurate. And then we had Sean that imitated Wani. His walking step. You guys know how Wani used to walk. It's almost like Wani. It's almost like he used to walk open leg, and like shooting out bomb bomb. This walk bomb 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 bomb, open leg, open leg. So this was Sean imitating Wani. I didn't I did not have to explain that one. That was like rooty. That was handy. And this was Ben, very brief. Yeah.
I'm categorically
Oyeka was imitating Ozzy. The way he usually claps and talks and says certain things, she imitated Ozzy.
logically speaking, and the whole and the crew and everything, all I just want to compromise is to say that.
It was just so funny. So the next part for their wager was dance. They had to like They were basically giving like a dance battle. I cannot put the videos here with all the sounds, just some parts I'll add the sound, but I'm going to post it on my Instagram page because I found it very nice, very hilarious. I feel like you guys should watch it. So I captured everything. I'm going to post it on my Instagram page. The Instagram page is the same with the same name here, Anita here. Just you can just search for my Instagram, not TV show, just Anita here, and you find it there. The link will also be in the description box. So for here, I'll just show you guys some parts of the dance so that you guys can, for those that are not able to go check it out, maybe you're not on Instagram or something. But let me just show you guys the dance. It was really really nice. Femi brought in his A game. He's really really good, and I'm glad he was able to showcase his talent. And then they were divided into two groups. This was the dance from one group, and then we had the judges obviously, and then the dance from the second group of people. I enjoyed the second group better. They were more coordinated, funny. Everything was just so on point. Mickey is also really good. This guy is also good. Suj also dances very, very well. He does stunts, everything is actually really good. He showcased himself very well. And then there's a part that I liked very well from the second team that was so it was giving everything it was supposed to give. You guys just look at all the hotness that was displayed here. It was like a sexual type dance, and everything just it was so hot, you guys. It was you are you seeing what I'm seeing? It was really hot. They now carry their ladies, Hey Jesus, oh, are you seeing what I'm seeing? Guys, it was so hot. It was so hot. Like, let me respect myself and leave it at that. But it was hot, 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 hot. Yeah, and then after they were done, like, because it's a dance battle, so they first of all did their individual dance, like they danced as different groups, they danced as a group by themselves, and then they now came on to do the dance battle. You guys know how dance battles are. You have to like all come out and do the thing together. Let me try and bring out the video where they now dance as a they now dance like the battle thing. Yeah, this is it. Mickey started, and they were just like, how Step Up now. You guys have watched Step Up and how it is. This is how this part was. Very nice. Very, very, very nice. Okay, oh yeah, Mickey. Everybody. See, Onyeka was giving. Then she's about to. They also dance very well. Like it was good. I'm not even gonna lie. I give it to them like 100%. I give it to them. And then at the end of the day, the judges came out, gave their marks. We had Chinwe, Sean, and OC also, Abi. Chinwe, Sean, OC also as the judge. But they came out to like give their verdict, and just it was like their verdict was like a serene type thing. It wasn't like that serious. They just say, okay, these people did this, did that, because at the end of the day, it's everybody's win. But Big Brother called them out on that. That their judgment was not very, very, very right or very nice. Yeah. And then almost I think it almost cost them the wager. Oh. He said he did not judge well. That was his only but. And then their behavior throughout the week, that was his second but, right? And then let me just bring out the parts where he healed some of them especially. He called out the people that he called out. He first of all called out the people that their mimicking was good. He called Such, Sean, their mimicking was very good. Then he called these two people, the dancers, right? The ones that were the captains. The ones that were the captains, yeah.
Of the dance teams. Your energy tonight was unparalleled.
The energy tonight was unparalleled. I like that we acknowledged them. So they did a very good job. And then you guys, Victoria and Cassia, they were the ones that sold these outfits. Can you imagine? Like, did you think that it was sewn inside? People that had to even say that. People that had to like say, who gave you permission to like go outside and bring outfits? They did so well, so well. Like,
Who gave you permission to sneak out of the house to buy those beautiful costumes?
that's so good. I like that these people were acknowledged because they did very, very good. I said Suj surprised me with his dance moves. Yeah, Suj is a very good dancer. I noticed him before, right, on the dance floor, but it's this week that I found out that he knew how to do like stunts and break dancing and all those, conventional, those kind of dance steps. Is this week that I found out, and I've been impressed so far. In fact, during the week, I saw more than I saw tonight, right? And then at the end of the day, people that now said they won their wager. Not only did he say that, he told them to do like they should appreciate their big brother kind of. So they now started dancing for him to see. They just displayed for him. Hold on, let me take away this comment and increase this so you guys can see it properly.
You have won your wager.
It was nice, you guys. I'm going to post the wager, everything on my Instagram page. Did I forget to talk about anything? I don't think so. Also, Wani has had a conversation with Onyeka. I don't know why they will bring that here. I don't have the video right now, but Wani had a conversation with Onyeka and was just expressing her insecurities, if I may say, and just her fear. And just don't worry, I'll add it to my next video. I'll try and bring that, get the clip, and so that you guys I can give a proper review. But for now, yeah, let me just read a few comments and yeah. I'll say these are one of the best and most creative housemates when it comes to wager presentation, in my opinion. That's from Deborah. They're doing good actually. The way they started, I did not have hope for them from the first week, but since then they've really, really improved, and I like how they've come up with things. Right. So yeah, right now they're second punishments from Big Brother, the crawling. You have to work on like all four, like your hand and your feet, and then some people are picking beans, counting beans. Big Brother. So if you're here, please give this video a thumbs up before we end. And if you're watching the replay, also please give it a thumbs up. I'm going to see you guys. It's already today. This 12:48. I'm going to see you guys today. Thanks for tuning in. I really do appreciate share, like, and I'm going to see you next time. Bye. I was happy for them too. Bye.